can you find off-market deals? Today we're going to talk about a couple of tips for you to be able to locate great properties to buy. So first, let's be clear, when we talk about off-market deals, a lot of people hear stuff like, oh, this broker or this wholesaler has a off-market deal. Well, if you're hearing about it, chances are a whole bunch of other people are also hearing about it. And the term off-market really is totally irrelevant because lots of other people are hearing about it, thus it's on market. So that's a huge marketing ploy. Don't pay any attention to it. Basically means it's on market if you know it's being widely advertised. You can sometimes find good deals with some of those advertisements with brokers or wholesalers, but just be aware that it's probably not going to be quite the same as you source it yourself. Second thing we want to make clear is that generally an off-market deal is great for the buyer, not so great for the seller. And the reason for that is the whole key component of competition. Normally, competition drives up price, which for a seller generally means that they want to sell, it's better to put it on the market so that a lot of people see it and can compete from a price perspective, which is why buyers love to find properties off market. Now, if you are a buyer, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody wants to make a great deal, but here's a couple ways that you can go out and find. So step one, go out and drive the market. Make sure you understand the product type that you're looking for and that you do actually want to buy in that area, because it's just a huge waste of time for yours as well as the seller if you go out and say you want to buy and you don't really know that market and are serious about it. So go out there and drive the market. And then once you do, use some software. There's lots of different platforms out there that'll help you find a type of property and then also locate the owner. And if you don't want to pay for a software platform, you can always just reach out to the county. The county records are a matter of public knowledge, and you can locate different property types like apartments per the county category. So if you say I'm looking for apartment buildings, find out how the county tax records put that into a category, what that category criteria is, and then you should be able to go online and search by that criteria, and then also find the ownership information that's of course on the tax record. Then step two, go out there and contact those people. What I like to do is start with a letter because it's kind of a non-invasive way just to say, hey, I'm interested, I'm an active buyer, here's what I would like to do if you're interested in selling. Maybe follow up then with an email, a call, another letter, because the people who follow up are the ones who get those deals and stay in front of that owner. They might not be ready now, but maybe they're ready a year from now. And if you stay in touch, you're the one who's going to get the deal. But it also is beneficial if you look for people who might be motivated at the right time in their life. So for instance, if you look for a property that sold about 5 years ago, if it's 5 units or more, that's a commercial property, and a lot of commercial loans are for 5 to 10 years. So if you look for a property that sold approximately 4.5 to 9 years ago, they're probably in that phase where they're thinking about what they're going to do because their loan is going to have to either be renewed or they're going to have to sell. So that's a prime opportunity to reach out to an owner there as well. And also someone who's owned for a really long time, you can probably assume if they've owned it for 30 years, that they may be a little bit older, maybe tired of being a landlord and are ready to transition out of it and thus sell to you. So one of the key criteria that I want to highlight is that a lot of owners tend to ignore direct contact because they instantly assume that that buyer wants to just steal the property and not pay them a fair market value, which sometimes is true. But you are going to stand out because you're going to let them know that you're willing to pay a reasonable price. But of course, it has to be a good property and you need the terms. So if you have someone who's able to seller finance, if you say, hey, I'm willing to pay you a great price for your property, but I need you to do the financing, that can be a tremendous win-win for them and for you because they get the price, you get amazing terms and a great property. So make sure that you stand out by letting them know that you're here to give them a fair deal and one that's going to benefit them for the long term, and that'll go far to helping you get that off market property. I hope this brought you some value. If so, please like, comment, and share. And if you're looking for investments within Pennsylvania or Maryland, please reach out to us.